Hi, third graders. Welcome to our math lesson. I was going to say Zoom again, but our math lesson here on YouTube. As you can see on the screen, I have the 9, 10s, and 11s times tables. You don't have to memorize the 9s. It's just up here because remember I said I couldn't find something where it just had 10 and 11. We just have to focus this week on 10 and 11 times tables. It's not that challenging because as you know and remember, when you are multiplying by 10, you just add a 0 at the end. When you're multiplying by 11, you're just repeating the number. But it's important to know 11 times 11 is 121, and 12 times 11 is 132. So keep that in mind. Okay? And this was emailed to you, so you can print it out if you want, or here you can write it down and then have it posted somewhere in your home. All right, now we'll go to math. We'll go to page 249. So I'll write that down. Page 249. We're going to use a line graph. We're going to plot a line graph. To plot means to put a dot somewhere. In terms of math, that's what it means. So as you can see here, I want to go over the different parts of a graph. They don't tell you this until 5th or 6th grade, what the parts are called, but I want to get you ahead. I'm going to take a look here. This part of the graph right there, we call that the x-axis. When you get to 5th and 6th grade, that's what you'll learn. That's the name of it. And if they don't teach you that in 5th and 6th grade, they'll definitely teach you it at 7th grade. And I didn't learn this until 7th grade. So that's called the x-axis. This part, sorry, that's the y-axis. It's called the y-axis. This part is called, oops, that's an ugly S. This is called the x-axis. Okay. And I'm labeling it. I can easily say this is a vertical and this is a horizontal. I just wanted to give you an idea of what they were called when you get older. So here's how you plot, okay? Let's look at number 1. Notice here, you've got numbers in parentheses, 1, 1. So what they want you to do, no, that is the y-axis, yeah. So they want you to do is you go for 1, 1, you'll go to the horizontal line, the x-axis, this is 1, okay? And you'll find the 1, so it's right here. And then you see the second one right there? You'll go up 1. So you'll go 1 right here, and then up 1, and that's where you put your dot. Okay, now I know it might be confusing, I'm sorry, especially since you need to know where to go first. You always start in the bottom first. You always start here first. That's right here, right? Okay, 2, so here, 2, 3, you go to 2, so the first dot was here, 2, and then you go up 3, right? And that's the second dot. Okay, the last one, 3, and you go up 5, right here. And then you get to connect it. That's a line graph. We'll review this again at our Zoom meeting because I know that it may be confusing, where do you start first? And especially some of you might start here in the vertical part, the y-axis, but we always start here in the horizontal part, the x-axis, all right? And you do a lot of graphs when you get to geometry and algebra. It's really cool. So again, I'll go over this at our Zoom meeting. Let me just show you what you should have had like that. If you get it, that's fine, but it's totally okay if you don't, okay? I think it's better if I explain in person at Zoom. All right, so let's look at number 3. We have to tell the times. It's been a long time since we've done this. Get it? A long time since we've done times. Okay, so we're gonna do the first 2. Here, the hour hand. I know it's hard to tell which part is the hour hand, but it's smaller, slightly smaller than the minute hand. So it's almost 7:30. So it's 7. That's the hour. But in terms of it almost being 30, so I'm gonna start here with the 12 and count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, no, not 30, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh my word. 26, 27, 28. So it's 7:28. I said 30. Wow, I was going way ahead. So I'll do that again. So the hour is 7. Start at 12, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 21, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, I hope that was clear. I'll do better with B. With B, the hour is 11. So again, the hour hand is slightly smaller than the minute hand. So it's 11. And I'm going to start here 5 or actually it's not even 5 because this is 5. But it's way before 5. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 11:04. That's what it is. So it's almost 5. It's almost 11:05, but it's 11:04, like 1 minute more. Or 1 minute less. Okay, so a C we'll do at our Zoom meeting. Number 4, I don't know if you remembered how to estimate, but I'm going to do AB with you, and then C and D at our Zoom meeting. So as you can recall, when you estimate, I'm going to write this vertically because horizontally it's confusing. So A is 17 plus 22. All right, so I know it's been a long time since we've had to estimate. But here, 17, I circled a 7, and I think to myself, is it bigger or smaller than 5? It's bigger than 5. So I'm going to add 1 to the 1, and that makes 2. So it's 20 plus, now here for the 22, I circled a 2. Is it bigger or smaller than 5? It's smaller than 5. So I don't have to add anything to it. I'll just say it's 20. So now we add it. 40. So our estimation is 40. I know it's been such a long time since we've done this. That's why I'm reviewing it with you. And we'll only do the first 2 here. We'll definitely do C and D at our Zoom meeting. And again, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. But I really want you to understand how to estimate. So for B, I'm going to write kind of small on the side because I know in your books you don't have the luxury of like margins. Oops, you don't have margins. So I'm going to write on the side here. So here for B, you have 75 plus 11. So I'm going to write 75, 11. You can do this too. Writing it up and down. Now 75, I'm going to circle a 5. And it's 5 or more. So I have to add 1 to the 7. So that's 80. Plus, here for the 11, I circled a 1 in the 1's place. And it's smaller than 5. So I don't have to add anything to the 1. So it's just 10. Now I'll add 80 plus 10 is 90. So this may be familiar to you because again, if you haven't done this since like we were in person back in September, but I will be happy to explain C and D and probably re-explain at our Zoom meeting. Number 5, write the mixed numbers. So here again, we'll just do the first 2. So as you can see for number 5, I have one altogether colored in. So I'm going to say that's 1. But for the second one, as you can see, there are 3 parts to it, but only 1 is colored in. So my new mixed number is 1 and 1/3. For B, excuse me, I've got 2 all colored in, like all together. So that's 2. But this third one here, let's see how many parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many are just shaded in? 1. So it's 2 and 1/4. If you think you can do C and D on your own, go for it. But we will definitely review at our Zoom meeting, so be ready for that. So at our Zoom meeting already, you should have this much filled in. Actually here, sorry. Oh yeah, at least this much filled in, okay? I don't want to have to repeat A, B for 3, 4, and 5 because that's what the videos are for, unless you don't understand. But at least this much should be filled in on page 249. So now let's go to page 250. Again, if you needed to like pause the video to fix or to write this down, go for it. When we get back in person, you won't have the luxury of pausing me, all right? You can't be like, pause, Ms. Vera, and I can't like, stand still. I am gonna, slow down and wait for you. But here with at least YouTube, you can pause the video. You don't have to wait for someone. All right. But when we get back in person, you're gonna have to like wait for people. All right. Here's page 250. You will do 6, 8, 9, and 10 on your own. We'll do number 7 at our Zoom meeting because I noticed it's been such a long time since we've had to do temperatures. So don't worry about number 7. But number 6, 8, 10, 9, and 10 are things you have to do at our Zoom meeting. We might even do 8 at our Zoom meeting, 8 and 9. But if you want to give it a shot, that's cool. So our math lesson will be slightly longer at our Zoom meeting, but I don't want it to be too long if you don't fill in page 249. You know what I mean? Because if you tell me I didn't get to watch the video, then our Zoom meeting for the math part is going to be like longer. This video so far is 11 minutes. And if I anticipate the math part of the Zoom meeting to be at least 10 minutes, but if you don't do page 249, it's going to be 20 minutes, which makes sense because that's how long lessons usually take. But we can cut that down if you just do some of the work here, okay? Alrighty then. Thank you very much for following along, third graders. I hope you've been having a good Tuesday so far. Please be on time at our Zoom meeting at 12:30. See ya.